Good afternoon, my family and friends. As you can see, we are still in the shed of eternal horror and poetry. I would like to read for you a poem now, which again is quite heavy in nature, and it is about all the children who suffer at the hands of wicked people. Something again which is very close to my heart. I've never been involved in anything myself. My life has been pretty good, but in my job in mental health I worked with a lot of people who were sexually abused as children, and listening to some of the harrowing stories at times was very, very distressing. And this one is called Sold in Slavery. Their power is greater than you think. It stands and overshadows you. There is no escape. You are bound both hand and foot. Yet there are no ropes visible. At times it feels as though you are drowning. There is nobody there to throw you a line. You are standing alone. You smile and you put on a front, telling people that your life is just fine. You begin to build a wall brick by brick inside, while those on the outside trade your life. Those in positions of trust are the very worst. The priests, the teachers, the politicians are evil, each one covering the other's vile acts, stealing innocence and destroying lives. Then when you are feeling alone and scared, you run and hide behind the wall you have built, thinking you are safe and protected, but you sadly are so very wrong. You can no longer eat because you feel sick. You can no longer sleep through fear. The pain of what they have done hurts so badly. People you knew and trusted have had such an effect upon you. You must try and be strong as they are. If not, then your time is done and you belong to them. Be strong and root yourself into the earth. Do not be influenced by those who abuse you. You will be a marionette hanging from a string. You wave and walk as they manipulate that string. There is no box to return you to when they have done. You are a living, breathing human being, used and abused. You are not the marionette on the strings. They are made of wood and cloth, not flesh. You are the one they abuse when they please, always when there is nobody around. Be strong. Do not keep all this pent up inside. Find someone you trust and open your heart. Bring to the light that which is done into darkness. You have done no wrong. You are the victim. And that was written in particular about a lady that I worked with. For obvious reasons I cannot mention her name, but her husband was a monster who physically and sexually abused his two daughters, and one of them even had a child to her own father. And I remember sitting and listening to her as she was telling me the story. And in my job we were not allowed to have judgments. We weren't allowed to ask any leading questions. We just had to soak it all in. And my goodness, the effect that that had on me personally was massive. It really was. Just knowing that this poor lady who was now mentally ill because of the abuse, not only towards the children but to her as well, by her husband, was so very, very scary. I involved the police and I had to go for video evidencing and etc, etc, which in itself wasn't pleasant, as the police said to me, "Do you think this lady's lying?" And I thought, why would she lie about such a thing? And it all turned out that it was all true, and that her husband had done everything that was stated. There was a court case set, but for some reason unknown to me and everyone else, the children decided to drop any charges because they didn't want their dad to spend the rest of his life in prison. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, anyone who can harm a child, they don't deserve to be on the outside. They really don't. Just my opinion. So sorry that the points today have been heavy, my friends, but it's the musings of an old man. Things that have happened in my life, and I've written them all down. And it's made a very interesting book, I have to say. So, I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. I know it's probably been difficult, but if you can, please hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment in the box below. And anyone who is going through any form of abuse, find somebody you can trust. Get out there, tell them, and just put an end to it, because nobody nobody deserves to live a life like that. Hit the bell icon for any future uploads, and above all, if you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to subscribe. Helps the channel grow, helps the family grow, and we can all get to know each other that little bit better. Namaste, my friends. May your God go with you.